Jack Smith.
Apes. So anyway, as I was saying yesterday, uh, oh shit, what was I saying yesterday? Oh yeah, academes, the academes, and their their embrace of the leftist groupthink that is destroying the industry of education. Uh, yes, they very sophisticated thoughts in their head, lots of knowledge in their head, and but also huge loads of sophistry that winds up biting them in the ass in the end. Um, yeah, these complaining about complaining about kids who are socially promoted and they're they get some social based scholarship. That means based on the color of their skin, pretty much. And yeah, they get these kids in their classes who can't conjugate a fucking verb. And they've got to write a, 20-page paper citing sources in MLA format. They can't handle it. They have no fucking clue. So they're pushed through. They are pushed through. And lots of grousing about it. The good professors grousing about it. Yet, what can they do? What can they do? You know? So, so yeah, the the leftist groupthink that the swooners over uh, the recent French election, and he's almost as cute as Trudeau. He's almost as cute as Trudeau, uh, but not as cute as Obama, because there was something about Obama that made him even cuter than those other two. And the dude who's supposedly running Mexico is apparently very cute too. Very important to the left that someone is cute. Um, they should have run Alec Baldwin because he's witty as all get out. He can, you know, come up with some or have some one-liners written for him that he could deliver in a very cute fashion. So yeah, swooning, Jack Smith, um, going, hanging out with people. Uh, yeah, Jack Smith doesn't like to hang out with people. Jack Smith understands that one of the great joys of a woman's life is making a man do shit that is completely out of character for him and makes him miserable. Jack Smith would never want someone to be miserable. Jack Smith doesn't think that is interesting. Jack Smith is a little too empathetic for his own good. So yeah, Jack Smith doesn't involve people in shit that he does because Jack Smith cannot imagine anyone liking anything that Jack Smith likes. But speaking of that, the lofty thinkers of the academic world, uh, to whom Jack Smith was exposed this past weekend, and the swooning Yeah, the swooning. What else did they swoon? Oh, they swooned over a boss. A boss visiting the United States. It's just a shame the good Palestinian president had to meet with Trump and get such a have such a terrible example of the United States. How will the Palestinians trust us? The Palestinians are fucking scum. They're scum. They're terrorists. It's a culture of terrorism. It's all they care about. If they recently changed their charter from we want to commit genocide against every individual Jew to um, we just want to eliminate the state of Israel. There's not there. There is a slight technical difference there, but they are still genocidal terrorists, and they know nothing else. And their reasoning for it, why they just can't fucking get along, I cannot imagine. Uh, I, you know, cultures, some cultures thrive on separatism. Um, they just thrive on it, and I guess in the Middle East, when you're that crazy and that stupid, you gotta take it to its most extreme point, you know? Who knows? The separatism, the cultural separatism. Um, yeah, I'm curious how. Speaking of separatism, my academic friends, my really smart, highfalutin acquaintances, um, embracers of leftist groupthink across the board, no matter what it is. How do they feel about Harvard having a segregated graduation? How do they feel? I'm sure they support it wholeheartedly because, you know, diversity above all. Diversity uber alles. That is what they want. Yeah, Harvard having a segregated graduation. We've come so far. We've come so far. Holy Christ. We have come so far. Segregated. Wait, my hat's crooked. There we are. Segregated graduation, folks. Do you know how fucked up that is? How completely fucking fucked up that is? Huh? How coming back around that is? Oh man, unfucking believable. Well, if they want a segregated graduation, we can give them a segregated graduation because segregation is diversity. Segregation is diversity. Unfucking believable, these academics, these smart people who do think of themselves as, you know, on that platitude of thought where, you know, they are at the highest levels of, you know, cultural understanding as far as the human culture goes, not you know, diversity type cultures. Yes, human culture. They are at the cutting edge. They're the avant-garde. But you bring up post-humanism. You bring up the singularity. You bring up important stuff. And unless the professor is an, a computer science professor or a biology professor, they don't want to touch it. They don't want to think about it. And even so, when you talk to the professors of the sciences about the singularity, largely they have none of their own original thoughts on it. They can only quote chapter and verse of things they've read. Well, this guy says this, and well, that guy says that. What do you think, Prof? How do you understand the humanity having hyper intelligence and the ability to solve all its own problems? Eggheads cannot envision anything smarter than themselves at this point. I mean, they can give kudos to one of their brilliant colleagues who can write a 20-page presentation on the plane ride over. But can they envision a hyper intelligence that takes us beyond being apes, beyond hormonal impulse, beyond instinctive impulse, beyond a subconscious that does things without one's conscious knowledge? The elimination of the subconscious and all the problems that the subconscious brings to awareness. Nope, they cannot get there. They are not ready for it. They just know that diversity is important. Yeah. So probably some of the big pushback against becoming machines, against the singularity, against saving ourselves, is going to come from the smarty pantses, because the smarty pantses are just not ready. They are just not ready. They're still thinking that through socialism, humanity can save itself. Yeah, because that's what they know. That's what they learned in school. They learned it in school, and they're still in school, and it's what they hear on the TV. It's what Alec Baldwin tells them. No. Anyway, so yeah, that was the anecdote that has to do with becoming machines that I neglected to drop yesterday. Jack Smith is on the case of dropping the appropriate anecdotes, even if it takes 2 days. So, all right. I got nothing more to say on that particular subject. Yeah, Harvard. All right, people. Good going, Harvard.